Hello and welcome to Musical Mondays. I'm just waiting for my special guest to join. There's John now. So anytime you're ready to send me a request, there we go. All right, so while we're getting the tech working.
Hello.
Hey, John.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my first live stream. So, well, apart from doing like a live stream concert show, but first talking live stream. So
okay.
Go easy on me.
I will totally go easy on you.
Whatever you...
Go easy on me too.
Of course, yeah.
No, it's great to have you. I'm just actually going to turn the song down in the background here. Yeah, for those of you who are maybe joining for the first time, I'm Kele Fleming. This is my weekly live stream. I live stream every Monday night, play music, have special guests, and tonight I'm super excited to welcome John Flatman, Victoria, BC videographer and musician, and we're going to talk all about the video that John created for me that premieres in about 14 minutes over on my YouTube channel. So welcome, John.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
You bet. Maybe before we can do maybe a little, I was thinking we could do a little bit of chit chat about the video before we do the premiere. Sure. But also logistically, I wanted to tell people how they could watch the premiere. Because, you know, I did all kinds of Googling and messing around on my phone and stuff, and I couldn't figure out a way to actually live stream the video through Instagram. Maybe somebody out there who knows how to do it, but I couldn't. So we're going to send people off to the YouTube channel. I mean, I guess I could hold my iPad up in front of the screen and play the video, but it'd be backwards for everybody.
An option, yeah.
But, you know, so I will send the link out to everybody, and let me just do that. Just give me one sec, but maybe while I'm doing that, John, we're multitasking, if I can put you on the spot for a second. Actually, before I do that, so for those of you who have joined, feel free to put in the chat any questions you might have. Let us know where you're joining from tonight. John and I are both in Victoria, and I've got the amazing golden hour sunlight streaming in my window right now. So it's nice. It's the first live stream without, well, I do have my live stream light on behind me, but you know, with the natural live stream light streaming in the window.
Always good for video too, you know, like to capture the golden hour. But...
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. LA, yay. Thanks for tuning in, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
So maybe if I can put you on the spot while I multitask and get that link for people.
Sure.
Hey, Bobby Dove, thanks for joining. Maybe just a question to start us off. Like, what inspires you as a videographer? Tell me a little bit about that.
So for music videos, obviously, you know, the song's a huge part of that. So when I listen to a song, I tend to try to like close my eyes and imagine like what I'm seeing in my brain, you know, before I shoot a video. And then hopefully, you know, try to make that translate into an actual video that I can film within my means, you know, because, yeah, I mean, there's only so many locations you can use in a place, but you got to get creative sometimes. So yeah. I think as far as inspiration goes, I really like textures and old buildings. Yeah. Oh, I just got a text from Rebecca. She's trying to figure out how to join the stream, but I don't think she has Instagram, so that might be a challenge.
Oh no.
yeah, maybe I don't know. Not sure how to help her there, but yeah.
Well, I will be posting this on my YouTube channel after, so.
Oh, there's my Uncle Trevor, Royal Oak.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Cool. Yeah. To get back to inspiration, yeah, definitely textures, colors, lighting, different shadows. I like taking, pictures as I'm kind of walking around Victoria and get some ideas. So
Cool.
yeah, and just the editing process too, obviously lends a lot to the movement and the flow of a video, and that's the part I enjoy the most, is stitching everything together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that. In this particular video, we're definitely seeing a lot of those textures you talk about in old buildings and stuff in Victoria.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to work with in Victoria for sure. There's it's a heritage city, so there's old brickwork. I love looking up at the old signs, like the shadows of signs that you can see like from a long time ago, like
oh yeah,
random things that used to be there, sort of the shadows of the past. So
totally. Ghosts from a time past, hey?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Victoria's full of stuff like that, like impressions on brick buildings.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lived in Vancouver for many years, and Vancouver doesn't quite have the same vibe that way. I guess Vancouver burnt down a few times.
Yeah.
When it first became a colonial city, it had a couple of big fires.
Yeah, and I don't know if they have the same kind of like heritage appreciation as Victoria does. I know there's like the Victoria Heritage Society.
Right.
One of my old bosses actually was part of that, and he, every time we'd walk around, if we were going to grab a coffee, he'd point out a building. Oh, that's the whatever building. I don't remember it obviously, but yeah, he would be very knowledgeable about like what it used to be. And yeah, I don't know, in Vancouver there's definitely been a lot of building and construction, so maybe some of that's gotten kind of covered over, but
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm just looking in the chat here. We've got LA, we've got Richmond, BC, we've got Royal Oak. That's cool. Thanks, everybody. And feel free to put questions in the chat for both John and I as we go through. So the video premiere, it's set to premiere at 7:15, so in about 8 minutes over on my YouTube channel. And I did put in the chat a link, which if people are watching on their phones, it's probably not that useful, but the link is also in my Instagram bio and stories. And it's also, if you just go to my YouTube channel, you can just Google Kele Fleming YouTube and you'll head right to the channel, and it should be one of the first videos that pops up there under, let me just tell you exactly. When you arrive on my video or my YouTube channel, yeah, under official music videos, it's the first one that pops up there, Carrier Hotel. So hello, Noreen Braun, thanks for joining. It's wonderful to see other singer-songwriters joining the stream too. I love it. Thank you. So this is actually the second video that I've worked with John on. Yay, John, you're so amazing to work with. I love your creativity and how you just run with an idea.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's nice to work with musicians that let me do that.
Awesome.
You'll kind of just let me take the reins on the video, which I really appreciate. And yeah, obviously, you have your own ideas for things too, which I do my best to incorporate. But yeah, it's been a pleasure both times. And I'd say both videos are quite different.
Very, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have the variety of the different styles for sure. Yeah.
Totally. And if those watching, if you haven't seen the first video that John did for me, it was for a single I released in, I forget what month it was now, but anyway, maybe 6 months ago.
Feels like September, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Time flies. It was for the Great Acceleration, the Atlas to Earth remix of that song. And yeah, fantastic video. I just love it so much.
That was fun.
Um,
Oh.
yeah. Um, so maybe, so we've got about 5 minutes. So, you know, John, you talked about those two videos being so different. Would you say that you have a particular style as a videographer?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to say what your own style is sometimes. It's nice to hear it from other people, but I guess eclectic comes to mind.
Yeah.
You know, I try not to kind of be in the same style every single time, or you know, try something different every time I do a video. So yeah, I would definitely say that this last video and the one before were quite different. So that was great. Yeah, style. Yeah, not sure. Flatman style, I guess. Yeah.
The Flatman style.
Not
Yes.
saying I'm original, but you know, just.
Well, you are. Definitely. I love it. I love it. And I know that, you know, when we've talked about doing the videos, you've talked about other pieces of art or works that have inspired you. And I love that. I love kind of getting into those details with people and when you're creating something and just how, I don't know, just how the kind of the creative mind works. And you kind of take or get inspired by an idea and take it into a whole new direction. And you definitely did that with both of these videos.
Oh, I'm glad you like them. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I know I'm keeping an eye on the clock here because we've got 4 minutes before or I guess 3 minutes before the countdown starts for the premiere. And I wanted to give a shout out to our actor in the video, Rebecca Dale, who is not on Instagram, so she's not on the live stream tonight. But Rebecca embraced her role as I call her the flaneur or the walker in the video.
Yeah, she did a great job. And she's a friend that just recently moved to Victoria, so that worked really well, just because the way she was kind of moving through the streets, it was almost like she was seeing things for the first time, which was
totally
new, right? So yeah, I wanted to kind of create sort of a walking tour, but that also worked well with the video. So she did such a good job of just making you believe
she was amazing.
There for the first time. Yeah, it's great.
She was amazing, and I well, and you will all see in the video in just a few minutes. I love how
I think
in some of the
here,
shots.
actually, she
What's
just
that?
just said, "I am here." I'm thinking that might be her.
Oh, Rebecca? Is that you?
Welcome to Instagram. Yeah.
You know, if you could try and send us a request to join, and we might be able to get all three of us on here.
Yeah.
Try it, but yay! Yay, Rebecca, we're talking about you. Yes, she's here. All right. So yeah, I love in some scenes in the video, and I'm not sure, you know, I'll have to see when I watch it again for the premiere, but I love some of the expressions on Rebecca's face. She has these kind of beatific, meditative, I don't know, expressions that
Totally. Yeah. She doesn't know how to use it. Okay.
That's okay.
Come to the club. Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, it's so great that she was able to join, because she was brilliant. Rebecca, you were brilliant as the main character.
Yeah.
Totally embraced the role.
Yeah, it was great.
So we did two shooting sessions, is that the technical term for it?
Yeah, so daytime and a nighttime shot. So yeah, the general idea was to it's somebody on the way to a hotel, and they check in, and then they go out and sort of embrace the evening and wander through the streets. So yeah, I like the contrast of the transition between daytime and nighttime, and it lent well to the visuals in the video too, I think. So yeah,
it really did. So Rebecca plays the character, the walker, doing I kind of think of it as a walking meditation. The flaneur, the person kind of exploring the city, and I play a busker, and there's also a couple of shots that made it into the video because I was running around Victoria behind John and Rebecca and filming on my iPhone. I've been posting some of the clips on my socials over the last week, but there's a couple of points in the video where I actually appear where I'm not supposed to be, but you can kind of see me kind of sneaking around in the background.
Yeah.
A couple of times. So, you know, if anybody out there has a keen eye and is watching the video and spots those places, I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email or message me on Instagram and let me know, and I'll send you some merch.
Nice.
So I've started the countdown here on YouTube.
Okay. I guess I could pull it up with my laptop too here.
Yeah, so we've got a minute and 13. So let's see how quickly I can type, just for folks who joined. Yeah, where's Waldo? Where's Kelly? Exactly.
Nice one.
For those of you who may have joined when, because I did post the link, the YouTube link way back in the chat quite a while ago towards the beginning. It's also, if you're on Instagram, it's also in my stories or in my bio, or you can find it, just go to YouTube or Google Kele Fleming YouTube, and you should see it right at the top of my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I got it up here. It's working.
This is so exciting. I love doing stuff like this on the live stream.
Yeah, it's great. So are we going to comment as we go here? Or?
Yeah,
or...
we can talk, or we could let people watch it. Like,
that's true. Yeah.
What would people like? Give us hearts if you would like us to keep talking.
No hearts. Okay.
Okay.
I want the
Give
video.
us hearts if you'd like us to be quiet. Here we go. Hey Dan, thanks for joining, for watching the premiere. That goes by so fast.
I know.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay, John! Yay, Rebecca! That's so fun to see you
Hey,
again.
Kelly. Great song.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. You know, it's funny. A couple things I wanted to mention from the video was in the car, the scene in the car at night. I saw the flash of the temperature. It was cold. I know 3 degrees Celsius might not seem that cold, but we were super cold. We were standing outside for, I don't know, a good hour or so.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I had an extra sweater on. I remember that. And I was quite happy.
Yeah, it was super cold. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was the one of the locations that what we used as the hotel was the Turtle Hostel. Is it Turtle Island or Turtle Hostel?
I think it's Turtle Hostel. Yeah. And so we were going to go ask a couple of different hostels to see if that was an option to film there. And for some reason, the first one we went to, I just had a good feeling about it. And we're looking, it looks like it was closed. And then some guy just sort of looks at us out the window and kind of waves to us. And then he comes out and Randy. Yeah, thank you. And he's just one of these kind of like chill hippie type of guys. And he really liked the idea and he let us just film whatever you want. I think he was selling the place, so it was hands or something. But I guess as his final sort of tribute, he said, "Go ahead and film." And then so we were able to set up outside. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I mean, it was amazing timing, and so thanks, Randy and the Turtle Hostel. We left him a little gift bag outside, so hopefully he got it.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yay. Oh, and I'm seeing, yay, Rebecca. Oh, and thanks for joining, Victoria. Yep, the video is there on my YouTube channel, so you can see it. Thanks for the feedback, everybody. Yes, it was very cold. Well, it's great. I'm so pleased that those of you who are tuning in actually flipped over to the YouTube channel and we're watching. That's so fun. That's great. And let's see. So I had a couple of other questions for you, John.
Yeah, fire away.
If I may.
Please.
And Rebecca, if you want to add any, I know, being on chat and Instagram isn't ideal, but if you want to add anything about the experience in the chat for everybody, that would be great too, the experience for you. So a little bit more about you, John, as a videographer. So how did you start? How did you start in your journey as a videographer?
Well, it's funny you mentioned it. This is a kind of timely question because last night I had dinner with a friend I hadn't seen in like 22 or 23 years. And her husband and her family came and everything. And my other friend was there as well. And we all used to make videos when we were teenagers together, like comedy videos, just little skits that we'd make up and just super random stuff. So that's kind of how I got started. Like that was sort of my my introduction to making stuff and editing things together. I don't think I did a lot of editing back then. It was just sort of like shooting as you go, and then whatever the next scene is however it lands on tape. So then I got into music, and I started making little music videos for my own songs. I haven't done a lot of those, but I really started to enjoy doing that. And like I said, the editing process is really it's just kind of a zen thing for me to do. Just put together a video, and and then I got other musician friends that have asked me to work with them, and the band that I'm playing with currently also do little videos for them as well. So
Cool. Thanks. And that segues to my next question, because you mentioned you're a musician. So tell us a little bit about that and the band you play with too.
Sure. Yeah. So I started making songs probably when I was like 19. I picked up the guitar and just kind of made silly joke songs and that kind of thing. And I got one of those 4-track tape recorders and started making tapes, and yeah, just kept writing. And when you're younger, I find, like for me anyway, that was when all the music was sort of flowing out of me, and I got really inspired by everything in the world. And as I got sort of into my late 20s, early 30s, I started to kind of not get the inspiration to write as much, but I still wanted to play. So I got connected with Colin and Nate from Sale Cassidy. It was back then, so yeah, we started playing music together. I actually started recording them a little bit, and then I played guitar in that band for a few years, and then went away for a bit, and then came back, and yeah, I'm playing with Sale Cassidy now, so I'm doing backing vocals and percussion. Nothing too wild, but I'd like to be there and be part of it. It's just an honor to make that kind of music. It's music I like to listen to, so yeah.
Fantastic music. I love Sale Cassidy's music.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Totally. Thanks, John. Oh, and I see we've got a couple of comments from Rebecca. It was a pretty fun adventure exploring the new town, and the commentary about the history from John was great. Yeah, if anybody wants to know about Victoria and the buildings, John is your person. You know so much.
They're called, but I'll make stuff up anyway. Yeah.
No, I've learned so much too. And Rebecca says we're both so easygoing that it made it really great. Well, you were fantastic, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Too. I can't say enough about how you were so in your role. The moment you got into the back of the car, which was supposedly the taxi or the Uber, you were in character. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah, fantastic work.
Do you have any new projects coming up, John? Any new video projects?
Well, we did a little live version of one of the Sale Cassidy songs recently, and that was Colin, Nate, and a guy named Tony, who Colin works with, and I think he's 82, but yeah, sort of sang with Colin, and that was really fun to make. That was just last week we did that, and then there's a documentary that's coming out that I have been working on. My friend Rebecca for a couple of years, a different Rebecca, but yeah, Art Mason. So it's a documentary about why people create art and music. So that should be out fairly soon. I think the premiere is coming up in the next couple of months here. So
fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about that coming out, and yeah. Other than that, I'm probably gonna try to start writing some music again. Yay. And maybe make videos of my own. I keep saying that, but it's just you get distracted with other things, and yeah. So
you have the likes of me knocking on your door saying, "Hey, do you want to do a video?"
Yeah. It's nice when other people do the songwriting, and then I don't have to do it myself. Because it's, as you know, I mean, it can take a lot out of you for sure. When you're pouring into parts. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. So John mentioned a couple of different artists that he's working with. So Sale Cassidy and R. Mason, both from the South Island, Victoria area. So check out their music and projects and video projects that John's involved with. You can see them on Instagram. If you want to check them both out. Fantastic work, fantastic artists. I love them both. And the Victoria House, glad to hear your convo. When is your next collaboration? I don't know.
Great question.
Could be soon.
Yeah.
Yes, when? Well, I've got lots of single releases planned for the rest of the year, so we may have to talk about doing something else.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yay. Yay. So maybe I try and keep these live streams. I'm just looking at the time, around 30 minutes, because the algorithms are kinder to me if they're, not too far over 30 minutes. So probably wind down a little bit. Oh, and some Jakaya is saying with Rebecca starring. For sure, Rebecca. Well, let's find a role for the
Totally.
next video.
Yeah.
Totally.
Character can keep evolving. Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah. That would be totally cool. So just a big thanks, John, for tuning in and joining and sharing a little bit about your creative process and making the video, and your enthusiasm for my music and the project too is so appreciated. Love working with you.
Likewise, yeah, I appreciate you hiring me and just giving me the creative outlet for that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yay. Okay, well, we will talk. And thank you, Rebecca. You
Yeah.
are a star. And Rebecca's saying woohoo, she's in for the next one. Okay, so I better write a Carrier Hotel Part 2 or something so that we can have Rebecca evolve as a character.
Make a whole album out of it. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, and for those of you who didn't see the actual premiere of the video, just head on over to my YouTube channel, and I hope you'll tune in next week. I'm not sure what's planned for next week, but I do have, probably coming up in a week or so, I have a friend who's over in Iceland at an artist retreat, and I'm going to try and bring her on the live stream at some point. So more stuff coming up on Monday nights. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you, John. Thank you, Rebecca. Take care, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.